Hello everybody, my name is Ben and I am really tired. I literally just walked in the door of my house. I went out, someone was working on my house, so I went out and I actually got some Mario sets over here. There's Mario. Yeah, I just walked in and I was ready to record a video that I've been needing to record for a while. Because 2020 has literally just been, since there have been no movies coming out, it's really just been the year of me making minifigures for things I've always loved and wanted to make figures for, but never really got to do, like Avatar, for example, or Psych, or finishing up Undertale, and some other stuff that I'm going to be revealing next week. And this is definitely one of those. I've wanted to make these figures for a while. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you the one you've known for all these years, the Beatles. This is definitely my favorite band of all time. They're just so amazing. I think everybody could probably agree that they're the best performance artists of all time. I think they're number one on Rolling Stones for that, which is no surprise to anyone. These figures, there is someone in my house that is more obsessed with the Beatles than I am, actually, and he's way more obsessed, and that is my brother Jude, and his name should just give that away, because he loves them. I actually have a figure of him with the Beatles shirt on. You know, his name is Jude. He's not named after the song, but his name is Judah. He goes by Jude because of the song, and because we love the Beatles so much, my whole family does. And last year for Christmas, he got the Yellow Submarine, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to take his figures apart, use those, make him some customs. No, he agreed to this. I'm just kidding. He agreed to this. So these are really for him to go with his Yellow Submarine set. And just I've always wanted to make them. And also the music I'm going to use for each of them. It was really hard to choose music. I tried to use their most, I'd say, important song that they wrote, but also I tried to make sure they were all songs that sounded nice behind me talking, so there were a couple I couldn't do for that. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it because I'm really excited to review these. So yeah, let's just start her up. Paul is probably my favorite Beatle, just because I think his songs are the best in my opinion. He's always been my favorite, and so I was really excited to make him. He was actually the last figure I made though, because I had some struggle figuring out the hairpiece, but eventually I decided to use the Superman hair, modify it to give it a part. It's kind of hard to see black sculpting, but I did I sculpted the side of his hair too to make it a little thicker, and sculpted a little part there, which I think looks really good. The face is the face from the Yellow Submarine, but I took off the mouth because I felt like it looked kind of weird. And also, all of the Beatles here, they have mustaches in Sgt. Pepper's. Oh yeah, and I forgot to explain that. Yeah, I decided to make the Sgt. Pepper suits for all of them, just because they're the most interesting, and also that's probably my favorite album, and I just thought they would look nice because they kind of all match in that suit, in those suits. And so he has an accessory of the love sign, which is from the Yellow Submarine set. I haven't actually seen the Yellow Submarine movie, only the first 5 minutes of it. I tried to watch it free on YouTube that one time, but I had to do something, so I've never actually seen very much of it, so I don't know what that has to do with it. But I mean, it's love, it's Paul McCartney, so I thought I'd keep that accessory. It's the only accessory I kept. I kind of used the same idea for all the Beatles, so they have sculpted shoulder pads that are the little, I don't know what you call them, that the army has, the little fluffy things that hang down. I know there's a Lego piece of those, but I didn't have any, and I felt like it looked better sculpted anyways. And then also I used a little rope for the chain. I actually used a lot of ideas. Originally, for John, I painted it, and for George, I used an actual Lego chain. But then when I got to Ringo and I used a rope, I really liked that, so I went back and used rope for all of the Beatles. I actually have the rope. It's a Lego rope piece, this kind right here, that they use in a lot of sets. so it's just painted and glued on there. He also has a paper skirt, I guess you'd call that a skirt accessory, painted blue, and it's cut down the middle, and then has all the stripes on his shirt, and he has one pink medal with a cross there. I think I might, like, they have a lot of versions of these costumes from, like, different performances. Sometimes they have different medals, and so some of these might have inaccurate medals and things, but one thing I did make sure to include was his OPD badge right there, because Paul was officially pronounced dead. I'm just kidding. I'm not a Paul is dead believer, even though I do like the theory. It is fun. So I definitely wanted to include the officially pronounced dead badge, even though it's actually Ontario Police Department or something like that. Yeah, that's it for Paul McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney, actually. Up until about 24 hours ago, John actually looked entirely different. I'll have a picture for reference here. But I was not very proud of that figure, which I had made a while ago. It was the second Beatle I made, and so I went back and pretty much changed all of them last night. So he probably looks the most different out of all the Beatles, because in most of the art, his uniform is actually open. So I decided to do that by giving him a 3D paper jacket. He uses the Anakin Skywalker hair, which I just sculpted a little onto to give it a part there, and then sanded down the back to make it less mullety, which I think looks really good for him. I struggled finding a hairpiece, but I really like that one for him. And also it's painted dark brown. He just has the yellow submarine face, except I just painted the sideburns and the mustache dark brown. You can see on the back there it's remained completely intact, because again, I think those faces were really accurate for all of them, except I wasn't a big fan of Paul's, but kind of fixed that up. Under the jacket, he just has a normal black piece with the little orange scarf or whatever that is. There, he has the same thing with the sculpted shoulder pads and the rope to represent the chain. And then he has multiple medals and just black shoes for him. Funny story, a lot of the uniforms I found, I could not find pictures of their shoes. And so I just made them shoeless, since the Beatles did not wear shoes pretty often. Like a couple days ago, I was watching the Hello Goodbye music video. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's all their shoes. So I made the shoes for the outfit, kind of last second, including John's black shoes. So he's just got some normal black shoes, and that is it for John Lennon. George was the first Beatle I made, and I'm still really proud of him. Actually, I think he is the only Beatle that instead of having a paper accessory here, he actually has electrical tape for that thing. Not sure why I used that, because I usually use paper for skirts, but I did that for him, and I think it looks pretty good nonetheless. His hair is the Lloyd Garmadon hair. I wanted to use the Luke Skywalker hair, but I couldn't find any, to be completely honest, and I was just thinking that the Lloyd hair actually looks pretty accurate. And so his face on the Yellow Submarine, he actually had a beard, and George usually does have a beard, but for Sgt. Pepper's, again, they all had mustaches, so I had to erase it and try to custom paint the mustache, which kind of made it look worse than all the rest of their mustaches, but it's still pretty good. I also gave him dark brown hair, because his hair is, in fact, it's very brown. So yeah, and then I used some white shiny paint on his little shoulder pads, which are sculpted as well, and to paint the lines on his chest there. He has only one medal as well. Him and Paul only have one medal on their vest, which is a pink cross, so that's kind of sad. And so he has the rope as well, of course, which is painted gold. He is, actually, never mind, I was going to say something about his chain, but it's not even true at all, I was about to say. He has the shoes painted as well, which are yellow with the red tips, which is the opposite of Paul's shoes that have yellow tips and red in the back. So that is pretty interesting. And I guess that's it for George. Ringo is the next figure, the last figure as well, the fourth Beatle. Kind of always gets the short end of the stick, but hey, I still love this guy, and it was actually his 80th birthday recently, like, I don't know, like a week ago or something like that. Happy birthday, Ringo. He had a pretty cool YouTube video for that. It was more than a week, it was more like a month ago, but still, 80th birthday recently. Happy birthday, dude. Peace and love to you, bro. But yeah, he is a pretty cool guy. I don't know what I'm saying. It's just kind of, these figures don't have much on them, so I'm kind of filling in here. But his head and hair are the only ones that are unchanged, because that pretty much reflects him. He always pretty much has the same haircut and mustache and smile and everything. So he has the shoulder pads as well, which are sculpted and have the little lines suppressed in them to be to look all fluffy, or I have no clue what those things are called. And then he has the string or the rope for his chain as well. He's the only Beatle besides Paul to have accessories, which are his drumsticks, which are just Harry Potter wands. He also has another accessory, which I'm going to show in a sec here. He actually does not have shoes on, because he doesn't wear shoes a lot, and also because he's the drummer, you can never really see his feet, and so I honestly just assume that Ringo probably never wears shoes. He has the paper accessory at the bottom to be the open bottom part of the thing. I don't even know what I was saying. And I guess that's it for my boy Ringo. Before the end of the video, I actually have two more things to show. Only one of them is customized, really. But I did some builds. I wanted to give them all instruments, so I made this piano for Paul, which was based off the Hey Jude music video. It's not open. In the Hey Jude music video, it's open. Yeah, it's pretty simple how I built this, you can probably tell. And then I used the tile from that Metal Beard set, and he can come over here and he can play whatever, Hey Jude or Lady Madonna or whatever he's playing. And then I also built Ringo a drum set, which I'm really proud of. This part I actually painted the Beatles logo on. It was like really late last night, because I had forgotten to do it, and I just kind of got up and painted it on there. It didn't really fit very well, so it's kind of looks rounded, but that's fine. I think it ended up looking pretty good. And then I just kind of built various drums. I was kind of running low on these gold pieces, so I had to use the Sensei Wu hat and whatever this is. And yeah, so he can just sit up here, do his drumming, keep his beat like Ringo always does, and yeah, that's the built accessories. Thank you all very much for watching this video. I was really excited to make these guys, so I hope you enjoyed them as well. Sorry, I feel kind of bad for John and George here. They didn't have guitars. I kind of had to steal one from another minifigure for George, and for John, you can just kind of imagine as if you get my joke there. Haha. I'm so dumb. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to stick around, because I have another very important project that I've been working on, that I've been teasing like crazy. I mean, I haven't really given anything away, but it does involve Lego and the Beatles, so that will be coming out at some point. I'm also considering creating a shirt design featuring these figures and a bunch of others, recreating the Sgt. Pepper's thing. So if that's out, I will put it in the description, hopefully. Next week, I have a very important video where I'm going to be discussing some new figure projects, because I've kind of finished all the ones I've been talking about. And I just got back from my trip, and I used that time to kind of think about more what I'm going to do for the rest of this year, and so I have a pretty solid plan So I will be talking about that next week at some point, and I might also do a video on the Super Mario set that I got. So if either of those sound interesting to you, stick around, and you can see those. And I think there was something else I was gonna say. I think I was gonna make a joke about that TikTok Paul made or something, but I forgot what it was. So I'm just gonna say, I mean, it's the end, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. So I will see you guys later. Peace out. Peace and love.